To begin, we're going to talk about data security, and according to the Identity Theft Resource Center, there were over 760 reported data breaches in 2014, with over 83 million records exposed. CSID reports that the average data breach cost $5.4 million per incident and $188 per record that was exposed. Also, nearly one-third of data breach victims also became a victim of fraud. To assist in keeping your company and employee data safe, Payentry has implemented the following security strategy. Two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is an enhancement to the security of Payentry software that adds an extra layer of protection to ensure only authorized users can gain access to your company and employee data. Two-factor authentication will be added to all Payentry online accounts beginning Monday, March 16th. In addition to your username and password, when logging into Payentry, it will now require a verification code as well. For ease of use, the system default will only require a verification code entered once for a 12-hour period. Starting Monday, you'll see this announcement when logging into Payentry. The system will allow you to bypass the two-factor authentication setup for 5 days. After 5 days, the system will require you to set up and begin using the two-factor authentication to access Payentry. When you select yes to the question, do you want to set up your two-factor authentication settings now, it will take you directly to the security questions screen. The following setup steps only need to be completed once. After you have set up your two-factor authentication, you will only need to enter your verification code to gain access to Payentry. You must set up 4 questions, and the answers to those questions must be at least 5 characters long. These questions will be used in the event that you are locked out of Payentry and the administrator has unlocked your record. Once you have selected and answered the 4 security questions, select Save and Continue. Next, you will select your primary method for receiving a verification code. The 3 available methods are via a smartphone application, via text message, or receiving a voice phone call. We'll review the remaining steps for each of these methods. If you choose to use a smartphone application, you will need to download the application from the Apple App Store or Google Play from your smartphone. Once you have downloaded and set up the application on your phone, the application will use your phone's camera to scan a QR code. Then you will scan the provided QR code, and the application will provide you with a verification code. The verification code will reset every 30 seconds. Going forward, you will only need to access the app and enter the provided verification code to enter Payentry. If you choose to receive a text message, you will need to enter your cellular phone number, including the area code in the box provided. Then select Send Code. Within seconds, you should receive a text message with your verification code. Enter the code in the box and select Validate and Continue. Your verification code will expire after 60 seconds. If you have not entered the code within the 60-second window, return to the login screen and click on Send Code again to receive a new verification code. In the future, there will be a Send Code button when logging in that will text your verification code directly to your cellular phone. If you choose a voice call as your primary method, you will need to enter your phone number, including the area code, in the box provided. Additional boxes for extension numbers will be available shortly if your phone system requires extensions. Then click Send Code. You will receive a phone call, and you will be instructed to enter 1 to receive your verification code. Verification codes, again, will expire after 60 seconds. If you need a new code, return to the login screen and click on the Send Code for another voice call. Similar to the text message, going forward, you will only need to click on the Send Code button to receive the voice call. After you have set up your primary method, the system will ask you if you would like to set up backup numbers. Backup numbers are not required, but are recommended. You can set up to 7 backup numbers. The backup numbers can provide you with a verification code if your primary method is unavailable. When entering a backup number, select whether you would like a text or voice call. Enter the number in the box provided. When you click Send Code, you will receive either a text or voice call similar to setting up your primary method. You enter the number you receive in the box and select Validate and Save. When you have entered all of the backup numbers you wish to enter, select Done. When you have completed all of the above steps, you will see the Setup Complete message. Select Continue to enter Payentry. If you wish to update or make changes to your two-factor authentication information, you can click on Preferences in the upper right-hand corner of Payentry. At the bottom of the Preferences page, you will see your two-factor authentication setup information. Simply select Modify next to the method or number you wish to change and make your adjustment. And that is the two-factor authentication within Payentry. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the chat screen and see if we have any questions. And I don't see any questions in the chat screen. If anybody does have any questions, I can unmute the phones. Okay, does anybody have any questions on the two-factor authentication?
I do. I have one.
What was that about the phone extensions?
Within the next week, they recognized that currently there is no option for entering an extension number when you're entering a voice phone. And so there will be additional fields to enter in extension numbers if your phone system requires them.
Okay.
And this is only for entering payroll. This has nothing to do with employees getting on to get their information.
Correct. This is just for the payroll administrators logging into the Payentry system. That's correct.
Okay.
Dave, I have a question. We do an upload through you guys, like a spreadsheet. Now, how is that going to be different from just logging in?
The actual process of uploading your payroll will remain the same. The only difference is when you log into Payentry, you will need to enter your username and password, company code, as you do now. But then there will also be, after you've entered that information, it will request the verification code. And you have to use one of these 3 methods to receive that verification code, and then enter that code.
Do you have a method for internet connection? Yes, let's check your internet connection. And I'm wondering. No, I mean, do you have other?
Okay, we have a question on the. I apologize. We have a question on the chat. Can we set up more than one user? And each user should have their own username and password to enter the Payentry software. If currently multiple users are using the same login, you can either A, contact your CSR. We can set up additional logins for your additional users. So each of them will have their own unique login. or as backup numbers. If you have 2 employees that are accessing, or 3 employees that are accessing via the same generic login, you can set up the additional cell phone numbers or voice call numbers for the additional users as a backup number. And then when they go to log in, they would just click on use a backup method and use one of those backup phone numbers. That's a good question there. We have a question.
Steve, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Are we going to have an access code every time we log in, or?
Yep, the system, when you log in starting Monday, the system is going to ask you if you would like to set up the two-factor authentication. If you say no, that's fine. You can say no for up to 5 days. After that 5-day period, when you log in on that 6th day or after that 5-day period, the system is going to require that you set this up. Now,
okay.
There is a box at the bottom when you're signing up that is defaults to being checked that will remember your verification code for 12 hours. So if you log in,
so I don't have to keep putting that same access code every few minutes if I log out and then I log back in.
No, correct. It will default to being active for 12 hours. And so if you log in for the first time at 9 a.m., at 9 p.m., it's going to require a new verification code.
Okay. So then
each
day when I come in and log in, it's going to be a different access code.
Correct. And depending on your method, if you're using the smartphone application, the application is going to generate a new code every 30 seconds. And so whatever code is on your phone at the time you're logging in, that's the code that's in the application. That's the code that you'll use to log in. So if you logged in the morning and you unchecked the box so that it wouldn't stay logged in for 12 hours, and you let it lapse, it's still going to log you out after 20 minutes of inactivity, and you allow that to lapse, it's going to ask for a new verification code. When you open that application on your phone, it's going to give you it will be a different verification code, because every 30 seconds is going to be resetting that code. Now, if you use the voice call or the text message, those are good for 60 seconds. So if you click on, to send you a text message, and then you wait a couple minutes and click on it again, it will send you another text message with a different code. Every 60 seconds, that code is going to be changing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there is a question on the chat. Will this affect MPO? And as far as MPO or swipe clock, time force, we have asked those questions, and we've been told that it should not affect those systems that are web-based. So it should not affect your MPO sign-on.
And this is going to go into effect starting Monday?
Correct. This will start Monday, March 16th. All right. Any other questions?
If we have trouble with this process on Monday, do we have a phone number to call for help?
Yep. You can call your CSR here at Benepay, or you can call our main line, which is 616-575-8700, and talk with any of our CSRs here. They should be able to assist if you have difficulty logging in.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I appreciate everyone's time this morning. Again, I'll go over that number. The number is 616-575-8700. That is our main line here at Benepay. So if you have difficulty logging in, feel free to give us a call. If you log in the remainder of this week, you will see you'll see on the Payentry website a link to the frequently asked questions, and also a link to their video. And those can be valuable resources as well. So feel free to check those out. And again, I appreciate your time this morning, and you all have a great rest of your week.